Hello Virgo, thank you for watching your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot. It's the other side of the box. It was created by, this version was created by Renata Lechner. The supportive oracle cards are the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. Do relationship first, single second. Oracle cards come out where necessary. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I have coming through here, your partner has the Tower card, but I feel like they got something they weren't expecting to get. It's almost like they wanted something or they put in for something. They gave something a try and they got it and they weren't really expecting to. And I feel like they're shocked that they got chosen. And what I'm getting with that is the Five of Swords for where they're standing. It's kind of like they won or they got what they requested. Like they wanted something, they asked for it or tried for it. For some of them, I feel like they put in some type of loan application. They really didn't think they'd get it, but then they got it. Something like that. For some of them, it's business, but I'm getting like they wanted something. They actually put the effort in to get it, not thinking it would happen. Like they were just trying. They put their hat in the ring, if you want to put it that way, and then they got it, and they're just like, "Well, I got it. I got it. I asked for it. I got it." But then they're like, "I don't really think I actually want it." And I feel like this. And it might even be something where they asked you for something and you agreed to it, and now they don't really want to do what you agreed to, even though they initiated. And I feel, and that's why you have the Hermit on this side, because I feel like you're watching your partner. Either they want something from you, or they got something some way. They asked for it and they got it, and they didn't really think they were going to get it, and now that they got it, they don't really want it. And you're just kind of looking at them kind of like, why did you even bother asking for it then? I find this really strange because I feel like either it's something they wanted from you or something else. They requested something, not thinking they would get it, and then they got it. Don't want it. And you're just like, then why'd you ask for it? Now the challenge for your partner is to now go through with it. Because I feel like now that they got it, they're gonna go forward with it. And their challenge card here is the Ace of Pentacles. I'm getting like whatever it is, they need to commit to it. Now that they got it, they need to commit to it. The question is why don't they really want it now? Did it sound good, and then afterwards they realized how much effort it was going to take? It seems something along those lines. Just what it's going to require to make it happen. Now that they got the approval, now what it's going to take to make it happen, that's a whole other ball of wax. And I'm getting it's kind of like they have to work at it. I'm actually getting like the Ace of Pentacles feels like they need to mold together the plan. It feels like it's not fully formed. I got to be honest with you. And I know that might be strange for the Ace of Pentacles, but I feel like that's them. That's their challenge card. They have to fully form this Ace of Pentacles, form the plan, and just start going forward with it. And I'm getting here, as they go forward, they've got the Page of Swords, which is usually more of a passive energy. I don't know if I'd really say that in this case, only because I feel like they are going forward. They are doing what they need to do. But I feel like they're going along because they got what they asked for. They're just kind of following what's expected at this point. I don't feel like a leader energy with the Page of Swords. It's not really a leader card, but I feel like they're going forward, and they're doing what is required. They're doing what they know needs to be they know needs to happen for the situation to go forward. And it might be even a leader role they're taking, but they're just kind of following the rote plan, what they think is required. Like, I don't know if this makes sense. Because even if they're leading in a very passive way. They're just doing things they believe are necessary to make the situation go forward. I don't know if this makes sense, because it feels really strange to me. Because a passive leader is really odd to me. That's a really odd concept. Because I'm seeing somebody like the plan is already in front of them. They're not really passionate about it. But they know what they got to do, so they're just going down the list and making sure things are getting done. They are leading or making things happen, but the passion is not behind it. And I feel like that's what's weird here. Because spiritually, I feel like they're still not engaged. They're still not engaged. Because I'm feeling like they're having a hard time committing to it because they don't really want it. See, because this seems to be more, it seems kind of, on their side, it feels kind of labored. It feels like it's kind of trudging through, I have to be honest with you. And I'm noticing in the spiritual spot, like they're not matching their spiritual spot right now. And I'm trying to understand how this is factoring in, because this is saying this is what they need to do. I'm getting what they should have got. This is good for them to go forward. I'm just feeling like they're having a hard time connecting with it. Because spiritually I'm getting like the Chariot is saying this is going forward to this is kind of like a change of life thing. Really? Like, I feel like this is the time to, like, either they've been playing a passive role up to now, and now it's time to go up into more of a leader role, or like there's a move involved, or something along those lines. Because I got the Chariot here saying this is time to move forward. It's time to go into this next arena. I actually feel like it's better said, it's time to actually go into the arena. It's like this person, your partner's been on the stands for a long time, and now it's their turn to be in the arena and actually be performing in the arena. And spiritually, it's like it's time. But that passion, until they get that passion and commit to it, I feel like it's not going to work that well. This is the spiritual cards, both of these for your partner. I don't feel like they're matching. But they should. They should be matching. I feel like they might be hung up on this, I asked for it and now I got it, but I'm not really sure I want it now. They need to, I feel like, go across that hump. Commit to it. Once they commit to it, they fully form this Ace of Pentacles, I feel like the passion will happen. They'll step into that new arena a lot easier. The thing is, if they're fighting it, it's going to just take that much longer before they hit that moment. Because that's the weird thing with this card. Like, I'm getting they will go forward. Like, the Chariot's not going to be denied. They will move forward. The thing is, passion does not equal happiness. You can be very passionately angry. You can be very passionately melodramatic. I don't know. You can be passionately... You can take passion in a lot of different ways. They can take this in a good way, but if they decide that they just don't want to like this and they're just going to look at it as a negative situation, like they asked for something they didn't really want, I feel like they can drive themselves into a stupor over it. The passion will be there. The Chariot will move forward. It seems like it's not guaranteed, though, that they're going to enjoy it, but they could. It just doesn't feel guaranteed that they will. Because I'm getting what needs to happen for this to move forward. And it was weird, because I saw this card, and it made me feel like a sleeping effect here, and I think that fits, and we'll see why in a second. What makes things better for your partners to move forward. Go forward. Commit to it. And then the Four of Cups here, You'll notice she looks like she's sleeping, but this is definitely one of the, to me she looks like she's sleeping. Her eyes are open now that I think of it. But the Four of Cups is about, not having what you actually want, still having a lot in front of you, having a lot to focus on, having a lot to be thankful for, but that one piece that you want you don't have is what seems to be ruining the whole situation for you. And this is on their side. I'm getting what would help them is just to accept, like, they're not going to get that. Like, whatever it is that they got the hang up about, to just, like, put it away. I don't know how to put this. Like, to let it go. I feel like they need to let it go. They need to actually address it and then let it go. Because I'm getting them moving away, because, like, the way these come in like this, and it's almost like this is what happens first, and then they're moving away from it. They're committing to what they got. And when they do that and they let go of this fourth cup that they can't have, they go forward a lot stronger with the Chariot. The Chariot's going forward either way. And then the passion can go a good way. You can be passionately angry. You can be passionately in distress, I guess. Passion can go a lot of different ways. Passion is just an intensity. It doesn't equal happy. It just equals, intense. I think people forget that with that card sometimes. It doesn't equal happy. It equals intense. And if he, she, they, however that works out, goes at it very passively and resistantly, they could end up having passionately unhappy. They could have a passionately unhappy moment, one way or another. Now, what's on your side here? Because I feel like your partner does definitely need some help. And you know your partner, like, this is a general read. You definitely know your partner than I can spit out here. Better than I can spit out here. Your challenge card, I'm noticing, is the Queen of Swords with the New Beginnings. I feel like you really need to beef up your partner and try to be excited about it yourself, and then try to include them in that. Try to help them feel how you're feeling. Try to get them excited the way you're excited, because I feel like you're going to be excited about this. I feel like you're looking at this like, no, I think this is a good idea. Your partner may not really want it. They asked for it, but they didn't really want it. But you're seeing this as a good thing, is what I'm saying. And the Queen of Swords with the New Beginnings is like you vocalizing that to your partner, keeping your partner involved, engaged in the situation, and trying to kind of promote them to, like, enjoy it or accept it. Maybe accept it. Because I'm getting the Queen of Swords with the New Beginnings. I feel like you're like an advocate, like, this is going forward. The sooner we acknowledge it and accept it, the better it's going to be. And I feel like if you just keep promoting that to your partner, like, just, this is how it's going to be. Accept it, ground into it. Own it a bit, and you'll feel better. I feel like that's your challenge card, because it's something you can do, but it's something you may feel that resistance from your partner and be like, I don't know if I really want to. I don't know if I want to. Because definitely your partner's getting something, they fruitless win at least at first. Then it feels like they're kind of leading in a passive way. They're just going down this list. I don't feel the passion is there. I really don't. But when that's happening and they're going down this list and they're not really passionate about it, maybe you could explain or have some passion about it yourself. Because I'm getting the Three of Cups. I'm feeling you're getting excited for them. You're getting excited about what's coming forward. And the Queen of Swords is saying, share that. Talk about that. Try to get them excited the way you're excited. I feel like they need that, I have to say. Because your cards are very, I think all your cards are very stable, which for Virgo, Virgos tend to be stable. They tend to be. It's stereotypical, granted, but they tend to be. Because where you're standing is the Knight of Pentacles. You're on board. You're moving forward. I feel like you're just kind of going with it. You're accepting of it. You're just like, yeah, it's going forward. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. I just feel like you're not bucking the system in any way. You're seeing it happen. And it feels like you're going with the flow, like there's nothing I can gain by resisting it. There's everything I can gain by flowing with it. And I'm getting also spiritually, you're standing with the King of Cups. You have a lot of love here for your partner. And I feel like you want to help them. You do want to help them, but it's one of those things where you could end up putting your foot in your mouth very easily is kind of what I'm thinking. And you don't want to just like put forth how you're feeling and try to get them excited just to have them snap back at you and have a really cranky moment over it. But you're also, I feel like you're also kind of acknowledging, like, you know, if you can go about this the correct way and get them feeling good about it the way you feel good about it, this could really build the situation and make it better and could just flow. Maybe they could end up flowing as easily as you are. Because I feel like you're just kind of going with it. I just feel you're going with it. Like, this is what's happening. This is how it's going. Just kind of flowing with it. I don't feel like you're resisting it very much. I really don't. And I'm getting that, again, with the Page of Pentacles and the Health card is what makes things better. I'm getting, you know, you just keep, as it keeps going forward, you just keep that momentum going. It's like you started this momentum, you already have this momentum from the Knight of Pentacles. I kind of feel that same momentum with the Page of Pentacles, I gotta be honest with you. But they're saying, like, keep your momentum going, but the pages are usually messengers in some sort of another, and I feel like you're giving the message about, you know, being on track, how things are going well, a supportive energy, how you're on board, how you think this is a good thing. I'm thinking you're thinking this is a good thing. And the Health card is like just keeping that energy going and communicating it more. That brings up, this is good for you, this is good for your partner. Because I feel like your partner needs some help to accept this, the fate of this situation going forward. Because at this point, it's already moving forward. They asked for it, they got it. They're like, well, I don't know if I really wanted it, but it's still going forward. They need some help, you know, connecting to their own passion. I feel like there's something here that the reason they're not happy is because something is being left behind by making this choice. And that seems to be the hard part. And I feel like if you help them accept, like, yeah, that part was left behind, but there's a lot in front of us. Let's hold on to what's in front of us and center on that. This can be better. Because you want them to be passionately happy, not passionately dissatisfied. Because I can't get over this card. It bothers me because just because it's passion does not mean it's good. And the Chariot is going to go forward. It will go forward one way or another. I would like to see these two come together in a positive way. This could be a great thing for your partner. But they can come through in a negative way. They definitely can. It will go forward. Like, there's a dark horse and a light horse. There's good and bad here. Definitely. A lot of the tarot does that. It shows you a lot of good and a lot of bad at the same time. But this is saying for hell or high water. Nope. For better or for worse. There you go. It's going forward. It's just, how are they going to use that passion? Are they going to be passionately against it or passionately for it? Are we good? All right. So I think we went through everything. Yeah. Let's leave that for that. Let's now do Virgo single. Single Virgo. What do we have for single Virgos? Messages for single Virgos. I have to say, the energy is very tranquil. I like this. The moon, I believe, is in Leo, I think. It's in some type of fire sign. And I just feel like I was really charged with it before, and now I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling more mellow, and I like that. But I was doing all the fire signs before, and I think I was really connecting into that Leo energy, and I like Leo energy, but I think I was just getting overcharged. So I feel like the Virgo feel here was pretty nice, pretty mellow. Single. Okay. Another one? Okay. Well, just at a quick glance, I'm going to say this is pretty good. We're going to see for single Virgo. I usually don't prejudge cards just because there's some really good cards out here. But I have to pick them up and see what they're going to say. But I feel like there's something really good. I feel like this is going to go a really good way at some point. There might be a bump along the way, a little bit of procrastination, questioning, but we'll find out. That's it. That's it. That's it. All right. It's definitely good. The bump might be you're wondering where the other person stands or something like that, but we'll get there soon enough. Now, when I'm seeing this energy come in, somebody feels like they're already around you. It feels like somebody already has interest in you. I'm getting, in the past, the Queen of Wands, which don't get caught up in the gender, like I always say. Male, female, any gender, whatever is going on there, any gender. Somebody's coming towards you. And I feel like they're offering you a lot of joy. They're having a good time with you. I'm thinking, though, at first, you're not sure that this person fits with you. This Queen of Fire energy I have going on here, it feels very beautiful, very passionate, but very fun. And I feel like there's a lot going on here, and it's very enjoyable. But you might feel it's more like, I'm getting like this grasshopper feel, in the sense of like the grasshopper likes to have fun and not plan ahead. And then when winter comes, the grasshopper, doesn't make it. I don't remember the rest of that story, but I'm feeling like you might look at this person like they got that grasshopper energy, like they're a lot of fun, they're living in the moment, but then when, push comes to shove, what do they have to fall back on? So I feel like that might be a little bit of what holds you back a little bit, or makes you wonder, like, I don't know. This is kind of a fun energy, and I don't know if they plan well. And I feel like this energy is coming towards you, and I feel like it's around you. It's involved with you. It's trying to get your attention. It's trying to keep your attention. You're still single at this point. Obviously, it's a single read, or at least let's just keep going. The Queen of Cups is telling me, I feel like you're kind of looking at this person and you're noticing, how you feel. You're feeling that attraction, you're feeling where this is going. You know yourself well enough at this point to see where this is headed. I feel like this person is getting your attention, they're winning you over. And I feel like you're more concerned, like, should I be letting them win me over? Should I be finding a way to stop that? Because I don't know if this is a good idea. Meanwhile, you're also got the Seven of Cups here, and I feel like this is the bottom, this is the top. These two energies tend to work together in my readings, I'm noticing, more and more as time goes on. Because you're really looking at this, is this the right thing for me? They're winning me over, but should I be letting them win me over? And you're thinking about all the possibilities here. This could go well for this, and that reason. This could go not so well for this, and that reason. I feel like you're trying to put together a plan, like, if this does go forward, because this person is winning me over, how am I going to make sure that we're stable? How am I going to make sure that everything's taken care of? Because I need to plan for the future. I just can't go willy-nilly. I can't just go, by the seat of my pants and hope things work out. I have to have some stability here. And I feel like what you're doing is you're really thinking it through. You're aware that this person is winning you over. You're just still not sure if this is the best idea for you. And I'm getting the Judgment with the Four of Pentacles. Because I feel like the passion is there, the connection is there. This person, you like them. I feel like you can trust them with your heart. But it's like, I feel like it's something like finances or planning or something like that. Either money or planning, maybe it's a combination of the both. They just kind of fly by the seat of their pants in one or both of the arenas there, and you're just kind of like, oh, Judgment is in your favor because you know this person, you can trust them with your heart. But the Four of Pentacles, because I feel like it's planning, you're holding back because of planning or money, one of the two. You're just like, even if they're doing well with money, the way they spend it or the way they live is just like, I don't know, it doesn't fit the way I live, I don't know. I feel like it makes you nervous. Okay, so you're going forward with this. Because I do feel like this is going forward a little farther. I'm getting. What I'm feeling is that you're getting involved with this person more intensely. This could be the committal stage. It might be just before. It depends on you. Because I feel like this is the moment where you realize where this is going. If it isn't a flat out, commitment moment, it's one of those moments where you definitely know, like, any moment now, the two of you are going to be cemented in. I like cemented in. I don't know. I like that word for some reason. And you're like, I know where this is going. So the victory is like, you do have passion for this person, you do want to be with this person, but the Nine of Swords is saying, oh my gosh, but what am I going to do about this, that, and the other thing? So it's like you're getting what you want, like the passion is there, you really like this person, but you're also looking at it at the same time, like, but there's all these challenges. How am I going to handle these challenges? So it's very, because I'm getting your thoughts are the Seven of Swords. And this is just your thoughts. Just your thoughts. You're just like, maybe I should just cut and run now because I don't know if this is a good idea. Ironically, I don't think you're the type of person that would cut and run, but you're considering it. I feel like this is a very ironic card for this reading. I feel like you're thinking about it, but in reality, it's not really something you would really do. It's kind of like I could just like cut it cold turkey and just like ignore them and just block them everywhere and just I won't talk to them anymore. I could do that and that would solve this. Meanwhile, you're not the type of person that would do that. I just don't feel like that's really you, but you're just kind of like having almost like a little panic moment. Like, I know if I just cut this person off cold turkey, he, she, they, whatever's going on there, I could get out of this and then it won't be a problem. I could just get away. I could scot free. That could work. I just feel like it's kind of a funny, silly thought, only because I just don't feel like that's really who you are. I don't feel like you would just cut out and just leave somebody in the lurch. I just don't feel like you would do that. You're thinking about it, but I don't think you'd do it. Because what I'm getting in the environment is the Ace of Wands. This person is really passionate about you, really passionate about winning you over, and I feel like they're successfully doing so. Now this is interesting. And again, I feel like this is just before the committal moment. I really kind of do. Because you're worried and you know what's about to happen. I kind of feel like this is more just before the committal moment. And you're having these doubts and worries and you're just like, I could cut and run. Ironically, I don't think you will, but like, I could cut and run. I could just go. But then it happens. It goes forward. This is a really good turn of events because I feel like this isn't something you're seeing or expecting. You got the Ace of Pentacles with the Lovers and Prosperity. Especially with the Ace of Pentacles and like all three of these cards together, I'm getting there's like a very honest, is it intense? I don't know if it's intense. It's very honest because I'm feeling like you do want to go forward with this person, you just have these concerns, very serious concerns of things that matter greatly to you. And I feel like when this is getting to the part where it's cementing in, I like that term, there's committal going on here. I'm getting there's a talk, a very intimate talk, I don't feel, not sexual in any way, just about how you match up with them, how they match up with you. And I feel like they're honestly telling you about, they know about their shortcomings. They're aware that certain things they could do better. So I don't know how, it feels like some of them, it's a general read, I want to say some of them are acknowledging like what they think you might be worried about. I don't know if all of them are. Some of them, it might be more of a rarity, I'm not sure. Because I'm getting that, like it comes forward one way or another, your concerns. In a good way. And I'm getting the Prosperity with the Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers. This person is like agreeing that the way you handle certain things is better, is more plan ahead energy, is more stable. And I feel like they want to, like when it comes to, for example, if it's finances or planning, I'm getting like you kind of have some, you're going to have some control over that. You're going to kind of, like if it's planning things out to make sure things work out right, you're going to be the one who plans things. They'll take care of another piece, another aspect of the situation. If it's money and they spend too much, like I feel like the two of you are going to talk about as long as you live apart, you both take care of your own things, but if you go together, this other person is very open and willing to kind of curtail, I don't think curtail is the right word, curb their spending a bit and go like stick to a budget more. Because I feel like the three of these cards together is saying this person wants to work with you. This person does see some things that you do are actually very beneficial. And they're realizing that that's very important to you. One way or another, they're finding it out. They're addressing it. You're telling them, or they kind of know, whatever is going on there. And I'm getting like, this is going really well. The thing is, in the environment, I'm noticing as they go forward, I think it's good to say that they need to work at it. And they're going to have, it's going to take them some time to get better at it. I feel like it makes complete sense to you that this isn't going to be a quick change just overnight. They're going to have to take time to work at it. They get better at it over time. Excuse me. And that's where the yawn hits. That's interesting. It's over here. I'm not surprised. It's like, I don't want it to seem, well, alright, they're saying it is hard for this person. I didn't want it to seem that bad. It does feel like it's hard for this person. They're used to a certain way of life. But I'm getting the two cards they're showing here, the Seven of Wands with the High Priestess. They're fighting to keep it together. They might be a little bit resistant to the change on occasion, but they are fighting to keep it together. And the High Priestess is like, they're balancing it out. They're getting used to it. They're working through it. They're trying to curb it a little bit. I'm getting what this is actually going to take is like some type of budgeting plan, like how much they can just freely spend as they want to per week, and how much needs to be put away in another account and not to be touched. It's almost like out of sight, out of mind. I feel like they might have to readjust their banking system, some of them. That might be, I don't know if that's something they have to do or something that is a good suggestion, because I feel like if they have a certain account where they can spend that money as freely as they want, but they have another account that maybe they can't touch very easily, that's the saving account, that's where things are saved for another day or things are held to the side, like building some finance there, building some equity, whatever you want to say. I'm getting that might be how they have to handle this, because it's going to take a while for them to get to the High Priestess, but it might be one of those out of sight, out of mind. Like if they don't have direct access or easy access to the money, it may be a lot easier for them. I feel like that would make more sense to the person this hits for best. I don't know. I feel like you might understand what I'm saying. I hope it's coming across right. It's just, it's going to take some financial planning. If it's financing, or if it's finances especially, it's going to take some planning. If it's planning, I feel like you're going to be one in control of that. But it's going to take some time for them to get used to it. I don't feel like that bothers you. It's going to bother you until you get to that point and the two of you talk about it and work through it. And then as time goes forward, I do feel like it gets better and better. I feel like once you realize once they address it, from that moment on, I feel like you're a lot stronger and a lot of your fears are put to rest because you trust them, you believe what they're saying, and you see the progress going forward. You're definitely not expecting this to just change like that. But the fact that it's going in that direction and it's been addressed, that's more than enough for you at this point, as long as it keeps getting better. Good? Good. All right, so I feel like this ends well. I feel like extremely well. You got the Lover's card at the end. All right, I'm going to shut that down there. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.